Hello guys and welcome. This is the Curtiss P-40B White 155 in front of me. It was flown by 2nd Lieutenant Kenneth Taylor and he was stationed at Pearl Harbor during the attack on December the 7th, 1941. Okay, so let's pop up the pilot's notes by pressing Shift 2. Okay, so first we have ground speed, and that's the actual speed you're flying over the ground surface. Very simple. Okay, so second is endurance. This is the amount of time your aircraft can fly at the current rate of fuel consumption. Range is the distance your aircraft can fly at the current speed and rate of fuel consumption again. Okay, so last but not least is fuel economy. This is the current rate of fuel consumption in gallons per hour, GPH. Your high temperature warning will display if your engine temperatures do get too hot. Alright, so next we have power settings. This represents the clipboard showing you important information and quickly establishing a proper takeoff and climb and cruise. Okay, so next is we have controls. So by pressing Shift 3 we now have a box in the top left hand corner. This feature is more or less quick access. So let me read out some of the things you can actually get with this quick access tool. Okay, so you can put your aircraft up on jacks. More or less a practice tool for taking off landings and things like that really, so you can go through the cockpit procedures so you're familiar with them for when you come to actually do the real thing. A nice little feature Accu-sim have put in is the radiator flaps slider. Okay, you can slide it to the right and to the left, which basically means open or close. So as you can probably see, under the aircraft they're opening and now they're closing. It does give you a percentage of what they are as well. The other nice one they've done as well is the propeller. So you can have auto, incline, decline or fixed. And you can change all these if you wanted to. Because we haven't set anything up or the power's not on, it's not going to happen. So we'll just leave it in auto for now. We have more or less the same thing, or same list, sorry, as you would get in the other Accu-sim products, such as your MISC, electrics, and your lights. Okay, so next is the Payload and Fuel Manager. So by pressing Shift 4, we now have that up. So basically this allows you to visually click and load your aircraft. You can service fuel, pilot's weight, ammunition, oxygen, coolant fluid, engine oil, hydraulic fluids, change your fuel grades and change oil grading as well. One feature I do love about Accu-sim is the fact that you can actually put your weight in, okay, or as it says, pilot's weight. My personal weight is 159 pounds, okay, 72, so I always enter that in before I go to a flight. It does give you a lot of information, such as fuel total, and tells you a bit about it there as well. Anything gets low, you can always top it up, no problem. So what you got to remember is the aircraft is basically initially is prepared for standard flights with ammunition loaded and the oxygen tanks empty. So before you go for a flight, just double check everything, get it nice and smooth, and obviously enjoy the rest of your time in the cockpit. Okay, so next is the maintenance hangar. So by pressing Shift 7, we'll just bring that up. So the maintenance hangar is where you can actually get a review of how your aircraft engine or major systems are functioning. You can get or you can see both and read your crew chief's report starting of, say for instance, your airframe, engine and propeller, hours on the airframe or engine since you've last done a major flight or overhaul, general conditions of the engine, and obviously your notes that your crew chief does give you as well, which is really nice. As you can probably see, I am flying the Curtiss P-40, so it does give you the information there. The Allison 1710, okay, and obviously the 12-cylinder liquid cooled engine there, so it does give you a bit of information that you can actually take away with this as well. On the bottom left hand corner we can see we can check the engine or complete overhaul. By pressing complete overhaul basically means that you fix all the problems, okay? By pressing check the engine like we're going to do now, we have a nice little box on the left there. it does say the Allison V171033, and as you can see, we can do a compression test like we did on the last videos I have done. Okay, I'm just going to do that now. We can obviously see that if anything needs replacing, if it's yellow or if it's red, you can just fix it, depending on what it is. Red obviously is critical or is not working properly. Yellow is okay but needs some attention or some assistance to it. Green, as you can see now, is fine.